Guess what? The reason I'm out of breath is that I always have to run for the bus or train. Hello and welcome back. Today our journey starts again at night. A few days ago we were in Flensburg. We explored the city and now we are heading back to Hamburg. We're traveling on the same Deutsche Bahn ticket again. Up till now I haven't bought any additional tickets for buses, trams or trains, so the series continues, exploring as many cities as possible on just one ticket. On our way from Flensburg to Hamburg, there's a stop at Neumünster and we'll transfer to another train. And once we reach Hamburg, we're probably going to explore the city tomorrow. The worst thing about German transportation system is that there is no indoor seating. So you have to sit outside, just like all the other passengers waiting outside. We have a transfer time of around 10 minutes, so we can tolerate it, but for longer durations it is very difficult to sit outside in this temperature. The train is exactly on time today. The city has a lot of places to explore, so we're going to go and explore that probably in the morning. Good morning from Hamburg. I woke up to some beautiful snowfall and it looked amazing. Now we're heading to the Hamburg Central Station and right around there we will explore the fashion street and other areas nearby. The fashion street starts from here and it's called Mönckebergstraße. I've been here before, just a couple of days before the Christmas Eve, and there was so much rush that there was no space to even stand. You will find almost all the major brands on this street. This street leads us to St. Peter's Church. Hamburg has about 4 to 5 iconic churches, and this one is St. Peter's Church. This street leads us to St. Peter's Church. Hamburg has about 4 to 5 iconic churches and St. Peter's Church is one of them. This church was built in the 12th century and its tower is called the Michel Tower. From the top of this tower you can get a very beautiful panoramic view of the city. Right next to the church is the Rathaus, the town hall building. The town hall square is a hub for various activities and events, and this square is quite vast. I think it would be half a kilometer to walk from this point to the end and back. Basically, Hamburg is a port city, and because it's a port city, it has the world's largest operational warehouse district of its time. This warehouse district was actually built back in the 17th century, but before heading to the warehouse district, we're going to check out another church. Just as I was about to leave, the snowfall started and the cold kicked in again. So I decided to take a few minutes break just to set everything aside and enjoy the snowfall. Anyway, as we cross the Nikolai Quarter, which is just a few streets away from the town hall building, the towering peak of St. Nikolai Church is just ahead of us. Looking at its peak is quite intimidating. It's just so tall. St. Nikolai Church is also from the 12th century. It was built in 1160. However, during the Second World War, this church suffered significant damage due to heavy bombardment, and a fire was set here as well. Although the fire didn't completely destroy the church, a major part of it was damaged by the fire, but this structure managed to survive. Afterwards, the renovations were done to recover it to some extent, and today it is actually one of the most iconic landmarks in Hamburg, with one of the highest towers in the city where tourists gather to visit. This tower you see behind me is the only remaining part that survived after the Second World War. There is even an image of this church which predates the wars back in 1909. And this is the other side of the same tower. The maritime or sea route trade in Hamburg has been going on for centuries. Hamburg port is one of the largest ports in Europe and possibly in the world. I came across this interesting vehicle, this bus. It starts on the road showing passengers the city views, and then after a while it drives right into the waters. You can book a tour with them if you want to experience something like this. Feel free to check it out if you're here in Hamburg. I'm currently in the Speicherstadt area, which is their warehouse district, and right across from it is the Hafen City, which is the Hamburg sport area. Now, there was a confusion. I used to think these were the same, but they're so close to each other, yet so distinct. The place where I'm standing right now offers a perfect contrast to the city in a single view. On one side there are modern buildings, and on the other side there is preserved old architecture still in use. The building you're seeing in front of me on the right side all have old architecture. Together they form the warehouse district that was even in use 200 to 300 years ago. What's fascinating is that this entire block is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Looking at this place, it might feel like a regular building area, but this district has such a unique vibe that you can only experience once you're here. Everywhere on my right, left, front and behind, all I see are these red brick buildings. They're absolutely fascinating. These buildings just don't seem to stop. Look at this. Warehouses stretching as far as the eye can see, and the interesting part is, right behind this, there are parallel buildings like these on another street, so you can imagine this area spreads out quite a bit. Because Hamburg is a port city, you will find all kinds of ships in this vicinity. These ships are part of a whole different system. They are actually restaurants. We're heading to check out the port, and after exploring it, we'll probably head back, and I'll try to catch a ferry ride if I can once we reach Hafen City, but I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to do that. We finally arrived at the port, and I'm going to check if I can catch a ferry or a boat ride. Hamburg's port offers such a distinct feature. On one side you have the port, and right across you have urban buildings. As busy as the city is on the roads, the waterfront is just as lively. There are ships here as far as I can see. Now the good news is, after asking about 4-5 people, I found out that we can actually travel on the ferry, and it's also covered by the same Deutsche Bahn ticket we have been using to travel around Germany, the one that I bought as a monthly 49 euros ticket. There are actually 2 ferries that operate for local commute with designated stops, but we're just taking a ride for sightseeing, so it doesn't matter which one we go on. Here comes my ride, so I'm heading up now. I'll catch up with you guys soon in the next video. Until then, have a nice one. Take care. Bye.